up, everybody? It's your boy, the Logical Dude. Today is August 6th, 2021, and it is Friday. So, yeah. Good times, everybody. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Try to avoid trading on the weekends because it gets a little crazy. I do. I don't do any day trading, really. So, that's not my thing. I'm more of a swing and position trader, that kind of thing. Usually, the minimum I'll be in a trade is, few days, a week, something like that. So like if you guys watched yesterday's video, you guys saw I was in an ETH to BTC trade. Well, I got out of that shortly after that video, and let's talk about why. Well, that's because Bitcoin is on a run and went up over, and we just saw 43,000. It's dropped back to just below 43,000, which means it's made it over that 42,500 mark. We just need to be able to close the candle above that mark. Hopefully have another candle close beyond that mark, and I will be feeling much better about the future of this bull run and us being able to come out of this whole accumulation phase that we've been in, kind of looking like that whole 2013 2014 bull run scenario. So yeah, that's what most of the analysts are looking at now. I mean, you can kind of call this, I'd call this a half-ass cup and handle kind of thing, maybe right here. But or possibly some kind of like double bottom thing. But yeah, we're looking for some moving up, that's for sure. That's what we're wanting Bitcoin to do, is move up and stay up. Now I got a feeling we're gonna knock our noggin up here on the 200-day moving average. But if we can knock there, come back to the 42,005 range and find this as support and be able to flip it from resistance into support, that is nothing but bullish, baby. And we're going to be riding that train up. So because Bitcoin went on that run, it made my ETH to BTC trade drop down. So this little scam wick candle here started happening. Actually, during the video yesterday, it was the price had ran up and then started slowly dropping back down, and then it didn't really get back above that. And when I see those scammy candles like that after a big run up, that generally is indicating to me that there is going to be a correction. And that's kind of what it did. So I went ahead and jumped out of it. That trade, I ended up making 1 million Satoshis. So that was, a nice little trade for me. I'm not a big time trader, investor. I'm not a whale by any kind of stretch of the means. I got into crypto back in like 2018 after my whole fiasco with Hurricane Irma and having to move out here and realizing that the government really sucks and they are not on your side at all. They have no interest in helping you really at all. And yeah, so I got into Bitcoin, was looking for that alternative. I've always been that black sheep. I've heard about crypto like back in early days, like 2011, 2012, but I never did anything about it, which was my dumb fault. And I wish I could find Doc Brown in the DeLorean and go back in time and, go smack myself in the head a little bit. But it is what it is. But I got in when I got in. I got in around July, August, or around this time of 2018. So I've officially been in crypto for 3 years now. Started just, with a few dollars extra that I had a week after my, bills were paid and all that kind of stuff. Started mining. I was living in an apartment with my sister at the time, so I started accumulating a bunch of computer parts and started building GPU rigs. Got into ASIC mining, was mining some Litecoin and some Digibyte and stuff for a while, and just got into that world, and that's what got me sucked into crypto. Started learning about proof of stake, started learning about at the time it was Steam and delegated proof of stake and that kind of thing, the different consensus mechanisms. Got into mining burst coin on hard drives for a while and that kind of thing. So that was really my foray into crypto. I was just kind of getting and learning how to trade, learning about market patterns, stuff like that, just from watching YouTube videos. Then I got into studying Investopedia and, just really trying to learn how to trade. Now, I'm definitely not a great trader. The problem with me day trading is really where I get myself messed up. When I'm doing long position trades, I kind of set it and forget it. I just kind of watch the charts, look for, patterns and stuff, and then kind of go from here. So that was what I did with this trade here. So I saw this falling wedge pattern here, which is actually my favorite pattern to trade, because when these break out, they do nice little run-ups like this. Now, eventually, I see this going a little further, but with Bitcoin doing what it's doing right now, I wanted to be in Bitcoin more. Even after the whole, release of the London hard fork and the IP 1559 and the tokens that are being burned on Ethereum, which honestly I feel like is just an artificial mechanism to try to, boost the value of the coin, honestly. It hadn't helped gas fees at all, so I'm still kind of iffy on the whole hard fork thing. It was a little bit of a pump, but then it came right back down, and I feel like I sold at the right time. Now I'm going to definitely probably, I'm going to ride the, let the wave ride down. I'll catch the next buy signal and ride it back up. But my goal is just to be in the better performing asset at that time. So I really just watch at this point in time, because I've really consolidated my stuff down, and we'll get into a little bit here and just a little bit of how I manage my strategy and what my strategy is. So I've really consolidated mainly into just Bitcoin, some Ethereum, but my main bit is Hive. And you see that right there. Hive is where most of my money is at because it's what I use on a daily basis. The Hive blockchain is the most undervalued blockchain, I think, in the entire space. We've got more going on than most blockchains can even try to compete with. We've got the social media aspect of it. We've got second layer. We've got token structure, full out token economy. We've got actually a protocol layer 1 level stabilized stablecoin through HBD, and with some of the new mechanisms that the developers and the witnesses are running with it, it's a protocol layer stablecoin, which is awesome, and you can earn 10% on it. So we have DeFi built right into the protocol. You don't have to have smart contracts for that. But yeah, we also have smart contract capability and that kind of thing through our second layer systems, through Hive Engine, through DLux. We've got a ton of stuff going on. We got NFTs. We've got, video platforms through 3Speak. We've got live streaming platforms through Vim. We've got new podcast platforms coming out. We've got music tribes. We've got business and entrepreneurial tribes, Hive hustlers. We've got e-commerce with Hive List. There's just so much going on the Hive blockchain. It's just, I can't even really talk about it all right now. But that's where my money is at, and that's where my play is at. Fast, free transactions, free 3-second transactions, and how can you beat that? Because with Ethereum, the problem with Ethereum has been the gas fees. It's always been the gas fees and slow transactions fail, that kind of thing. I've even had transactions fail with Binance Smart Chain and had some issues with that. Now, the gas fees are way cheaper with Binance Smart Chain than Ethereum, but I've still had problems with slow, laggy transactions and even transactions failing. Haven't had as much problem on Polygon and XDAI because I use those a little bit as second layer on top of Ethereum. I'd rather use those. But there's just not as much traffic. So, there's also that. So they could get congested at some point if more people started using them. But Hive is definitely scalable. We've got a lot of development going on it. And so, yeah, it's definitely the place to be. So if you don't have a Hive account, come check us out and come and join along with the community there, because that's where we're at. So let's just get into real quick to get back over here to this BTC and talk about this real quick. So, because that $42,500 was basically the line in the sand for a lot of analysts. That's where we've been looking at the continuation of the bull market. So if we can close above it and stay above that $42,500 mark, that's where a lot of people are really saying that, we're back in the bull run and, feeling good about it. Well, here we are. We're crossing back over that line, so hopefully we can stay there and keep running up. So let's get into real quick talking a bit about my my crypto strategy, how I handle things, and kind of what I've got going on. Because like I said, I did a lot of consolidation after I got back from vacation. Really started looking at the investments and projects I was in, and just, it's like, why am I in them? You know, is there a reason? Do they serve me any purpose other than just sitting there, either staking and earning, you know, 5 to 8 or 9% in most cases? Or would it be better used in CubFinance when I'm working my DeFi platform? So, or is it better used just sitting in Bitcoin, you know, in my Nexo account, earning interest and being able to, you know, be used as collateral? So I really just condensed down. I sold a lot of stuff. I'm basically down to, I've got Bitcoin, you know, I'll occasionally have some Ethereum if I'm trading in and out of that, really just to make more Bitcoin. And then I'm into BNB because I use CubFinance. That's my DeFi platform of choice because I know the team. They've got a long track record with Leo Finance on Hive, and now with their Cub DeFi platform, they've got a long-term game going. And I know that they're not going to rug pull, and I feel safe having my money there. And yeah, they're a pretty solid, steady platform. I'd like to see the price of Cub come back up, but I know with their new IDO setup that it's going to be burning a lot of Cub. So hopefully it'll make the value of Cub rise up a little bit more. But it's been pretty stable, and that's a lot. And I mean, that says a lot, you know, because what I basically do is I've got that as a money-making engine, okay? So I'm in hardcore into the Cub to BUSD, which is Binance's dollar-based stablecoin. I'm in that farm. So I added liquidity. I got equal parts Cub and BUSD into the farm, and that's earning the most APY back, currently around 150% APY or APR. And I compound that a lot. So what I will do is actually, I've changed that up. I was compounding for the first few months that I was had my money in Cub DeFi. Tried a few of the other platforms, but I really just feel comfortable with Cub, especially after all the rug pulls and everything else that's happened on BSC. And it's not BSC's fault, it's just scamming developers. And that's why I trust the CubFinance platform. You'll actually see it pop up over here as one of the supported cryptos that you can support me with, is the Cub token. Because I use it. I use Cub. I stake Cub. It earns me more Cub. What I do generally, or what I'm doing now, and it's actually just started this month, and what I'm doing is Monday through Friday, I'm taking all my Cub rewards and I'm trading them back into BNB. And on Saturdays, I sell my Cub for BUSD. And then Sunday, I take the Cub rewards from Sunday and I pair it up with the BUSD that I sold from Saturday, and I put it into the liquidity pool to compound more. What I'm doing is I'm taking the Binance token, the BNB, once a week, and I'm sending it to my Nexo account. And it's doing either one of two things for me there. It is either serving as collateral for my account that I can loan against that I can loan USDC against to use for whatever I want to use it for, whether if I send it to my Coinbase card or to my, or if I have a loan against my account, then I just pay back the loan either way. So it's either being added as collateral or it's paying back a loan. One of the two. Because with Nexo, Nexo.io, which of course you'll see over here in the little rotating ad thing, Nexo is a great platform to be able to put your money there, insured over $375 million against hacks and things like that. They are complying with all the regulatory bodies and that kind of thing, but they are based out of Europe, not the US. So they are not required to report to the IRS. Haha! So that is definitely a good thing. That's one reason why I use them, is because they don't report to the IRS. I don't get a 1099 from them. So what I do is I put my money I put my Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever I'm using at the time, mainly just Bitcoin. But I put my Bitcoin into Nexo. What it does is it starts being lent out on their end. It's kind of a fractional reserve system, I guess, if you think about it like that. But it gets lent out and I'm earning interest. So I'm earning like 5% interest on my Bitcoin. Well, I can loan against my Bitcoin at that point. I think up to about 40% of my holdings. So I can loan against my crypto into USDC at 6.9% interest. Now, I get those interest rates because I also hold the Nexo token. And if you hold up to at least 10% of your account in Nexo tokens, you will earn interest on your Nexo tokens every day. But at the same time, it will allow you to be in the different tier levels. So I'm in the platinum level, so I get the better interest rates. So I get the better earning interest rates, and I get the better borrow interest rates. So what I do is I will kind of use it as a credit line. So I use it as a business and a personal credit line, really. That is actually how I've built all of my businesses up, is I loan against my crypto. I pay for whatever, whether it's been the Hive list stuff, Hive hustlers, building my DeFi setup, or building contract logic, anything like that, paying off some credit card debts. I use that money for that. So basically what I'm doing and this is how it stays tax avoidable, right? And legally tax avoidable, because I'm not selling my crypto. Not selling, period. I don't sell it. I'm using it as collateral to loan against it. So I'm using my USDC. So I'm using the USDC that I loaned to spend or do whatever I'm going to do with it, and then I just pay it back. So my DeFi platforms, my Hive rewards as well, they go into it. If I have debt against my crypto, that's the number one thing that the rewards go to. So currently my BNB rewards, because I just bought a computer with it and everything, so I do have a little bit of loan against my crypto. My BNB rewards from CubFinance are all going to come back to Nexo, and they're going to pay back the loan. Not selling it, I'm just paying back the loan. Then my Hive rewards, I split my Hive rewards up. Currently, I'm sending all of my B that I earn for being a Hive Engine witness. I'm sending all of that over to the Hive list account because we're stacking up to become an outpost. Anything else, though, a lot of my other tokens and stuff, if the prices are down that day, I'll stake them. But if the prices are up, I'll generally sell them. And I'll take some of my Hive rewards and I'll send it into USDC at times to, help pay bills and that kind of thing as well, for like servers and stuff like that for running these websites. But that all gets shot over to USDC, goes over to Nexo, and generally pays off the loan or gets, used for bills or whatever. So, like I said, when I have a loan taken out of Nexo, my rewards are paying that back. Once that loan has been paid off, then I'm just reaccumulating and just accumulating more and more collateral, or I'm accumulating more and more Hive and building more and more Hive stake or doing something like that. But that's basically it at this point. That's become kind of my thing. I've got a few other things that I'm messing around with. I've got, D-City through Hive and all that kind of stuff, but and then I've got some NFTs on Wax that I'm going through rplanet.io, staking those, earning their Aether token, and then trading it back for Wax. And I'm right now I'm just building that NFT collection, buying up like some Robotech stuff and that kind of thing. But it earns me more money. So, but that's how I basically handle my crypto income and my crypto business, and how I stay tax free is that I really don't sell the crypto. I am just paying back. I use Nexo, I loan against it, and then I'm just paying the loan back with the crypto. Another thing is using my Coinbase card. So my new Coinbase card, which my wallet is not within reach. So I will show it on my Apple wallet here. So I have the Coinbase card. Well, I use USDC on that to spend and buy like my personal stuff. So right now, like I'm buying like my coffee with it. I'm buying, my food with it. I'm buying my weed with it. That kind of thing. And I get 4% back on all of those purchases in Stellar XLM. Well, that's cool because I send the Stellar over to Nexo and it either gets added as collateral or it pays back the loan. So it's all going back in. It's all just kind of like a revolving cycle. So it's like a credit. I built a credit line for myself and I'm using that credit line and I'm just paying that credit line back. And then I'm just building more collateral as I go along. And then, lastly, the last DeFi platform I am in, I kind of forgot about it for a second, is the Osmosis DEX on the Cosmos. It's all through Kepler, the Kepler blockchain, Cosmos, Atom. Basically, I got a whole bunch of these Osmosis tokens for staking, for having Atom staked in one of my wallets. So I have built that up. I'm earning over 200 and something percent right now on their liquidity pools, and I'm trading all of that out for the Atom token, which stays pretty stable, around 11, 12, 13 bucks. And I'm basically just trading that for Bitcoin at this point and sending that over. But I do that through my Simple Swap exchange on CoinLogic, which does not do KYC or anything. So screw the man. That's what I say. So anyway, that's basically how I run my show. That's how I can run it. Stay under the tax radar. I don't ever, I don't make enough to spend over $10,000 anyway, but even if I did, I wouldn't do that in one transaction. That's just kind of stupid. So that's how I stay under the radar, how I make my money, and how I'm just rotating and just trying to build my life on crypto essentially at this point. I'm going to say probably 20% of my income, 20 to 30% of my income is in crypto right now. The rest of it is all through my delivery service and any consulting that I do that I make US dollars on. And then right now, I'm just trying to pay off a lot of debt with my US dollars. And basically, like I have one account that is kind of like a little spending account for gas and stuff like that for the business. And, if I need to spend any personal money, I can spend it out of that account. But I try to keep that around $200. And then once it goes over 200, I push it into my bill account. So like, every day, I get paid from Grubhub. It goes in there. I take, so if I spend 30 bucks on gas and I'm down to 170 in that account, then that 30 will fill up, and then anything over that 30 goes into my bill account. So that way my bill account is just sitting there accumulating, and hopefully I don't have any issues with paying off my bills, and I don't have to pull out of crypto to pay, my regular bills and stuff, because I hate doing that. So I'm trying to just use crypto for my personal expenses and stuff, because I can use that card, and I'm also using the Coinbase card for some of my server bills and stuff, because again, I can get that 4% back in Stellar and send it back and help pay off that loan. And so that way the business it's paying off itself, it's paying me money, and I'm actually seeing some, I'm seeing something from it. Because the whole premise of the whole HODL premise is like, it's cool, you got a whole bunch of stuff, but what are you gonna do with it? You just gonna sit there and look at it? Or are you gonna use it? Me, I'd rather put my money to work and let it earn me more money and let me actually like live off of this stuff and being able to actually use it as a currency and that kind of thing. It's more fulfilling to me than just having a ledger sitting up, stored away somewhere with a bunch of Bitcoin on it. That's boring. I want to use my money. But anyway, that's it. So that's it for me today. Hope you guys have a good Friday. Have a good rest of your weekend. Be safe trading this weekend. Weekends are always kind of, there's always fuckery afoot. So be safe out there. Don't get wrecked. And then as always, guys, be cool. Which means just be cool to everybody, man. Be real. Meaning just don't be a fake person, man. Be real, be true, be genuine. And then always abide. Which means stay true to yourself. Don't abide to the man, abide to you. Okay? Abide to what you believe and abide to what you... Stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you believe, stay true to what you feel, and be the same person in private that you are with everybody else. Don't be a different person with this person, and then a different person over here, you know, with this group. Be the same person always. Leads to a much less stressful life and a more fulfilling life because you learn who you truly are. So anyway, that's why I say the things I say. Be cool, be real, and always abide. I love you guys. Peace out. And we'll see you on Monday because I'm taking the weekend for food service and then for myself. Have a good one. Peace.